Good morning friends. In my previous video, I discussed the eligibility criteria, complete process of registration and the prerequisites for obtaining the FCRA registration. Today, I will handhold you on the process of how to fill form FC3A, the application for FCRA registration which needs to be filled online as was discussed in my last video. Visit the FCRA website by logging on to fcraonline.nic.in. The home screen of the FCRA site will open. Then click on Services under FCRA where you will find the option of FC3A, Application for FCRA Registration. After clicking on that option, this screen will appear. Then click on Click to Apply Online. By clicking on it, you will be prompted for user ID and password. But since you are new to the FCRA portal, you first need to sign up here. In the screen for sign up, you can see that the very first detail that is asked is the Darpan ID, which clearly implies that without registration at the NGO Darpan portal, you will not be able to proceed even for registering yourself at the FCRA portal. Moreover, the name of the association will also be auto-populated from the Darpan portal. As you can see, you are not able to fill anything in the name section. Then provide the details of the chief functionary such as the full name, email and mobile number. In our view, chief functionary should be appointed someone from the governing body of the organization, to be more specific, someone who holds any office in the organization like president, secretary, joint secretary, treasurer or any such office of the trustee. Proceeding further in the page, you can select the login ID and password of your choice, fulfilling the specific requirements of the portal as mentioned below, the relevant sections, and after confirming the password and the access code, you can get yourself successfully registered on the FCRA portal. You will also receive a confirmation mail from the FCRA department on your registered email ID regarding your registration. Now you can log in through the ID and password you created to proceed with filling of the application. After logging in, you will find the name of the chief functionary and the organization already displayed, and in order to proceed, click on Apply Online and then on Click Here to proceed New Registration. In the very first section of the form, Details of the Association, you can find that the Darpan ID, PAN and name of the organization is already auto-populated. So you need to fill the complete address along with the telephone number and email address of the association, the name of the chief functionary, his or her mobile number and telephone number. In our opinion, as separate contact numbers are asked for the organization and the chief functionary, one should provide it accordingly in order to continue receiving proper communications from the department in future. Sometimes it so happens that most of the organizations provide the personal email ID in both the options. In case of transfer or change of chief functionary, it becomes difficult to track the mails and chances of missing out any important communication from the department becomes high. Not only for FCRA, we would prefer separate mails in other regulatory portals and platforms as well. Next comes the details of the registration of such association, where the act under which it is registered can be selected from the drop-down list, and other details such as the registration number, place and date of registration needs to be filled manually. One of the many options provided in the drop-down list is 12A of the Income Tax Act, which implies even that option can be selected if your organization is not registered under any other act. Here, you also need to fill the total amount of expenditure done in previous 3 financial years. Remember the limit of 15 lakhs we discussed earlier? This is what it was meant for, as they specifically ask to fill up the same in the form. Then comes the section related to the main aims and objects of the person or the association. Here, one needs to tick for selecting the nature of the association from the 5 broad heads already mentioned, that is religious, cultural, economic, educational and social. After that, the main aims and objects of the organization has to be filled, which can be taken from the object clause of the memorandum or the trust deed. I would like to provide you with a very important note here. Remember the purpose for which you are receiving funds. The kind of projects you are executing with FCRA funds should fall under one of the categories you have selected here. Suppose if you have selected educational and social, but the funds are being received or utilized for religious activities, it shall be considered as a gross violation of the law and penal proceedings might be initiated by the MHA department. Moving on to the next tab, while filling form FC3A, that is the details of all office bearers or directors or key functionaries of the association, you can add all the members by clicking on the tab Add New Member and fill in all the required fields. Name, name of the father, office and residential address separately, email address, mobile number, PAN and the Aadhaar number. The occupation, nationality and designation can be selected from the various options available in the drop-down list. Remember, the name in the Aadhaar should match with what has been provided here, else the Aadhaar verification will be rejected and you might not be able to proceed further with the registration. Here in one of the fields, relationship with other members of the Executive Council, governing body or office bearers is also asked, which can again be selected from the options available in the drop-down list. If no relation is there, other can be selected. You can see here that Aadhaar number has been made mandatory, which need to be provided for each office bearer or key functionaries and which we discussed in our last video also. Don't forget to click on Save Data each time you fill the details for a particular member. Following the details of the office bearers or key functionaries, some important questions related to them and the association has been listed, which needs to be addressed either in yes or no. In case of yes, the details required in the form needs to be filled. Coming to the next sections of the form, where the details of SBI FCRA account followed by another FCRA account held by the organization needs to be filled. Complete details such as the account number, IFSC, date of opening, email ID and contact number of the branch has to be filled for all the accounts. So it is evident that without opening of SBI account at the New Delhi main branch, the registration under FCRA cannot be applied for by any organization. The bank details are followed by another set of questions related to the association, such as whether the association was granted prior permission at any time during the past, whether the organization received any foreign contribution without prior permission or was suspended or refused renewal anytime earlier, whether the organization have close links with such organizations who have been refused registration or renewal or prohibited from accepting foreign contribution or suspended or whose registration has been cancelled, and other such questions. Such questions have to be answered by each organization by clicking on either yes or no, and in case of yes, they have to provide the further details as required in the form. I would specifically discuss on the last question that can be seen in this section. It talks about those organizations whose registration was cancelled or was under the status of deemed to have been seized and who are applying for fresh registration. As already mentioned earlier in this video, such organizations can apply only after a period of 3 years from the date of cancellation. So if yes is selected here, the previous registration number and the date is asked. Now comes the most important part of the form, that is the uploading of the documents. The documents to be enclosed are the memorandum or trust deed of the organization. If there is any registration certificate, you have to upload that. Activity report for the last 3 years. Audited financial statements for the previous 3 financial years, which implies that of course only those organizations who are in existence for 3 years can apply. Signature of the chief functionary and seal of the association. In our view, the activities report should preferably contain photographs and details to substantiate the activities being carried out. Apart from the above documents, the affidavits of all the key functionaries or office bearers need to be uploaded in the prescribed format available on the FCRA portal, duly notarized on ₹10 stamp paper. After uploading all the documents within the size limit prescribed for each, the form finally ends with the verification section or an undertaking by the chief functionary and is now ready to be submitted. On final submission, the payment gateway for payment of ₹5,000 towards the registration charges has to be done, after which the form is finally deemed to be submitted. I hope I have been able to explain the process of registration under FCRA with clarity, and the new organizations can now apply for FCRA with ease. So that's it for today. For latest updates on NGOs, keep subscribed to our channel and put your notifications on. And for any query, you can contact us through email or comment below. Thank you.